Political discussion. Historical election in United States, November 2024. Now Mr. Donald Trump is President of United States. No more, he is President-elect. And it is, today is 24, 4 days are over and he is being the President of United States. He is taking steps, he is taking decision, whatever it is. Before taking the oath only, one thing that started become clear day by day was relationship between United States and China. That is something that is not considered as very normal. Okay, so the oath ceremony was said to happen on 20th of the January, that is over, 12th of the December 2024. Chinese President Xi Jinping was invited in the president in Donald Trump's oath ceremony, 12th December 2024. 40 days prior to the oath ceremony, or 38 days, 40 days prior to the oath ceremony. Okay, and he was the first one to be invited in the oath ceremony from Mr. Donald Trump. In the past tenure of the Donald Trump, he was completely angry on the China. He used to consider China as a competitor of United States, and United States was trying to corner China in every case, like International Space Station, where China was kicked out, and China finally it raised its own space station. Now, in that sense, Donald Trump is found giving too much emphasis on Chinese President Xi Jinping. All of a sudden, this much different step that is being taken by Mr. Donald Trump. Now, when he took the oath at that time, Xi Jinping, the president of China, China is the second biggest economy in the world. China is the largest exporter in the world. China exports $50 billion items to United States. So I'm sorry, $500 billion. $500 billion is China's export in United States per year. And America's export in China is around $130 billion. Just think that how big is the China in the export side. Chinese mobile smartphones that comes from Chinese company, they acquire 80% of the total smartphone that are being used worldwide. Cheap, cheap smartphones. They are also called cheap smartphones. They are not even 10% of the cost what Apple and Samsung did smartphone they cost. In United States also, maximum smartphones are being used from China only. American people they like Chinese product. Now it that says when oath ceremony of Donald Trump was over and when Xi Jinping was not available in the oath ceremony, then he made a video conferencing with Xi Jinping immediately after the oath ceremony, and they talked with each other. And Xi Jinping he kind of he pledged full support to Mr. Donald Trump. This much Donald Trump is liking now Chinese president somehow unprecedented. This was never seen before. Now, interviews also, he is calling China as a strong company, a strong country. 2 days back, he talked about 25% tariff of the imported item from Mexico and Canada. Mexico and Canada are free trade. They have free trade agreement with United States. Now, Mr. Donald Trump is set to break that free trade, and he is thinking about placing 25% tax on Mexican and Canadian item when it is coming to United States, but only 10% to China. China is being given kind of shortcut path from the Donald Trump. It looks like he has very soft corner for China nowadays. Now, I believe yesterday he talked about giving free trade to China. 2 days back, 10%, and other countries 25%. Now he talking giving free trade, free no tariff to the Chinese. Means Chinese goods can come to United States without any external taxes. Whatever is the sales tax is there, that they have to pay only, not the kind of custom import duty what they need to pay. But Mexico and Canada, they have to pay 25%, where the FTA free trade agreement is there between them. This is new America, new Donald Trump. Why it is like that? Now, Donald Trump is saying, I am putting 25% to the Mexican and Canadian and 10% to the China. I want country not to export their item to the United States. I want countries to put their company in the United States. In that way, only sales tax will be deducted. That custom tax or the tariff, the import tariff will not be deducted. Come in the United States and establish your country. In that fashion, you will give employment to the our people. This is what they are looking for, and then kind of anyway sales tax you will give. That's why I am putting 25% taxes. Mr. Donald Trump, you are putting 25% taxes on the imported item. That is all right. Well, but why 10% to the China? That 2 days before. Now you are saying that there won't be any tariff on the Chinese product. Now you are sometimes you say from first of the Feb 10% will be deducted from the China. Now there is a Guangdong province in China, and then Shenzhen is a city town that is along the sea, and there is a port out there. On those ports, before first of the Feb, since duty is very less or no duty is there, now all the ships are completely packed out there. This is the current news, and they are departing for the United States so that by first of the Feb they should enter without any tax. From first of Feb, it is 10%. Don't worry. Donald Trump is very happy on China. Why it is like that? American people are very keen to buy Chinese products, especially electronic products, because they are very cheap and people are poor in America nowadays. When they are poor, they cannot afford mobile from Samsung and Apple that cost more than $1,000. Whereas Chinese mobile they cost $100, 10%. In that sense, Chinese cheap products are popular in United States. In that fashion, people are spending money. When people are spending money, government is earning sales tax. That's why it is talking about free trade. If America put big tariff on the Chinese product, considering they will buy American products and Samsung and other country products at high price, there is a fear that they won't buy at all. If they won't buy at all, there won't be any sales tax that will come to the government. Instead of that, it is better they buy cheap products only. Better they buy. If they buy, then there will be sales taxes that will come to the government. Or if companies are coming and investing in the America, foreign direct investment and establishing company in America, then anyway government is looking for its own income. This is what it is coming out from here. Government is government people are poor, then government is also poor. If people are poor, government is also poor. Government is thinking about its own income. In that income, if people income is also happening, it's all right. If it is not happening, then it's also all right. This is what Mr. New Donald Trump is. Everywhere he is thinking now the fund to WHO withdrawal, membership withdrawal it is making. So government need not pay to the WHO. Israel problem solved because government need not pay to the Israel. Now government is trying to earn on its own, and by side effect, like every medicine has a side effect. If by side effect, if people earn, it's all right. If they don't earn, it's all right. What is the implication? What is the after effect of this kind of new behavior that is being seen in the Donald Trump? No one is enemy of America now. TikTok, that is one mobile app from China. Ban is completely taken over. No ban on TikTok. TikTok app now it works in America. People can now upload their short video on the TikTok in America now, and TikTok has to pay the tax to the America. Government is looking for its own income. In that scenario, if people earn also, it's all right. If they don't earn also, it is all right. But government needs money. What can be implication of this? The country who are hanging on the America, they are like India. India is one of the prominent countries whose economy is completely based on United European Union and America. Completely full. Okay, that's why gold is 80,000 rupees per 10 gram. Petrol is more than 100 rupees because economy is dollar rupees exchange and euro rupees exchange and pound rupee exchange. It is based upon that. That's why it is so costly. Whereas the petroleum is coming from Saudi Arabia and Iran, they fall in Indian subcontinent still. Now there will be vast after effect on India that is considered now because America is now looking for its own income now. If country becomes selfish, if any country or a human, he becomes completely selfish, then whoever they are relying upon that person or country, they will start become weaker day by day. Okay, this is human tendency. If one person is relying upon other person and that person is not thinking about this person will start losing strength day by day. If that is the concern, then India will certainly start losing strength as far as economy is concerned. Okay, it is good or bad for India. It is good for India. For some time, it will be bad, but slowly people would start picking up in the rupees and this kind of scenario only, rather than looking for dollar and how much is the dollar as asset in the country. This is what people are judging country now. How much is the dollar reserve in the country? Why you are worrying about dollar reserve in the country? Worry about the rupee reserve in the country. That is the concern, right? So if Donald Trump has started looking for only selfishness of the economy of the America, and in that sense he is praising China. Till some time back, China was number one enemy of the America in trade and everything. Now it has become number one friend because American people are liking Chinese cheap product, toys or furniture, whatever, all are cheap. And in that sense, America is happy. Buy, and give me the sales tax. To Chinese, okay, you can bring your item at 10%. If you are not able to bring item at your 10%, for free you can bring it, no problem. But let people buy it and I get the sales product. Okay, I am putting 10% tariff. I would watch. If you are still bringing in 10% taxes, it is all right. If 10% taxes you are paying and then you are raising the price and people are not buying, then not all right. Then I will reduce 10% to 0%. Then price should be low and people should buy. In addition to that, if you establish your company in the America and people get job, that is also all right. Okay, but let the sale go on in the America. It comes from China, it comes from American company, whosoever. I want sales tax. That's it. Okay, anyway, this is the present trade scenario, economic scenario in the America that looks like it is coming up. The mentality of the new government is coming up, and it will put a vast change in the global scenario. European Union, England, and this kind of country, they will become a kind of different mentality because if China comes, China is number one exporter, and United States, if it is embracing China instead of European Union and United Kingdom because of the sales that go high, then it will become bring different scenario altogether. And then worst scenario to India. It is being shown now. The economy that is being shown in the Indian market, it is showing the trend for the past 2 months. Anyway, God bless America. God bless Mr. Donald Trump, and we are expecting that Donald Trump would move in this fashion only, as far as from Indian perspective is concerned, so that Indians should stand on its backbone and they should start thinking about rupees rather than dollars.